Okay, Saturday morning in the kingdom and no Johnny G yesterday because of the holidays. They didn't send a freight up for him to deliver. Yes, unreal. I'm so out of touch. So he's not even coming on Saturday, so he gets a full 4 days off or 5 days off. But he'll be paying for it next week because he'll have to hustle to haul the freight to deliver it because it got all bunched up. All right, this morning we woke up to -3 Celsius. Yes, it's freaking warm, but feels like -9 and it's raining or snowing or something. Perfect day for Dick to be flying with his dream catcher. All right, oh yeah, the dream catcher is obsolete. That's like a black and white TV. Yeah, oh wait, I'm colorblind. I wish I could buy those black and white TVs. All right, on the yo-yo scale, plus 26 Fahrenheit, but feels like plus 16. Yeah, it's hard to see. I don't know whoever thought this up with December 21st is the darkest day, the shortest day of the year. We find that it's a week later up here. Yes, just like in Newfoundland. Yes, your TV show will air. The Beachcombers at 8 p.m., but 8:30 Newfoundland. Yes. All right, that's the way we grew up. All right, so look at how dark it is out here. Yes. We find that even in the summer solstice. June 21st is supposed to be the longest day, but we find it longer, like a week later. Yes, that's when the sun really doesn't set. We look at that. We have overcast, icky skies, and it's kind of raining. The cameras I can't see on screens because they're all peppered with flakes. So probably get some snowflakes or raindrops on the Me phone and it'll affect everything. All right, and we have to thank the people that sent Sir Rodney the gifts, which he sent up here. Yes, with the mail strike, people are sending stuff to Sir Rodney. And then when the mail strike was over, he sent it up to us. And I enjoyed that Coke last night. I drank it straight. Yes, I drank that Coke straight. Oh, it had a flavor. Yes, we're not used to that because pop is so expensive up here. We have the wood stoves going and we have the D69U. Oh, I had lots of peanuts this morning. Peanut butter, actually. All right, we got the wood stoves going. We got the D69U, known as the Bismarck, plugged in, plus the little cat over here. Everybody's going to get dizzy, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to have some fun today. We got to test out a few things. There's the little TD6 known as Aggie, the southern cat who's being punished here at the end of the world. Oh, I think we got a raindrop on the screen. I can see it's all blurry. Oh, well, we better get the Me phone back in before it censors me like it always does. Oh, well. All right, let's go. Here comes the boss, even on a Saturday. Okay, just about 9:30 and it's still dark out here. We got the yard lights on and everything. It's dark. All right, I was dealing with a fellow last night who thinks he's an expert and stuff like that, but I don't care. I'm the only guy that's had Linn tractors for close to 30 years. I'm the only guy that's gone to the wilderness with them. I'm the only guy to last pull sleighs with them. And my daughter was riding around in these things in a poopy diaper, and she actually got potty trained when we were on the cat trains. Yes. So the thing is, they're absolutely useless. Once you understand they're useless, you get along good with Linn tractors, all right? So we have the small block Chevys in them, and at the time we were doing scrap metal, and we were, I would say, recycling scrap from the mine. We had lots of diesel motors, everything come through, and we never saved any of them because the small block Chevy was just enough power for the Linn tractor because the Linn tractor is useless. People don't understand that. They're upset because, oh, we don't have the Cummins. Well, these came with no Cummins motors because they used the Cummins motors in the narrow gauge train at the mine here. And also, too, we had the grills, we had the rads, we had the hoods, we had the side panels, we had all the doors. I sold all that stuff to a fellow in Edmonton who is my new best friend because I had Linn tractor parts. And then once he had all the parts to restore his Linns, he blew me off. Yes, blew me off. Yes, that seems to be the way it is in the new world or whatever. But this was almost 30 years ago. So that's what I mean. We stripped these down. I made my own doors. I made my own hood and everything. The whole idea was to get these up and going. Linn number 1 always went to the wilderness with the famous black cat, because it's useless. Linn number 1 pulled the sleighs, and Linn and famous black cat pulled the one sleigh. So it did the road break, and then it went back to assist the Linn. Okay, so we'd be hauling 6 sleighs to a lodge. We'd have the back end right full of fuel barrels or bear baits or whatever for weight, and that's the way we did it. We put 1,400 kilometers on this Linn in 1 month. And these experts are so-called enthusiasts that say that I know nothing of a Linn tractor. Well, guess what? You guys know nothing. All right, so that upsets me that we're documenting the history of these Linns and we're showing how useless they are. The last thing we want is, how would you say, some enthusiasts to relive going to Churchill or Island Falls and take the Linn tractors to the wilderness to show everybody how it's done. Well, guess what? You're not going to leave the parking lot because there's only one track that will spin because there's no traction. Yes. So that's what I get upset. We make these videos so everyone around the world can see how useless the Linn tractors are. And these will never have the Cummins motors because the Cummins motors are very expensive and they're used in the trucks. Yes, people want them for the trucks. So I'm glad to see that, how would you say, a Cummins motor in a truck and the guys in this parade having fun. These Linns will never have the Cummins. It's pointless even to convert them back or find or spend money on them. For what? They're useless. Once we got 2 cats, all right, the Linns never went to the bush after that. We never cat trained to the lodges or anything like that. We took the cats because the Linns are useless. Yes, useless. People have a hard time understanding that. Once the road stops, that's it for the Linns, okay? So for us to take them to the wilderness the other day, we had to plow or drag one day, we had to drag another day, and then these went out for a little scoot. Yesterday we're moving, how would you say, cabooses around the yard and going anywhere with a TD18. That's how you cat train. You travel on top of the snow and you go fast and you don't worry about plowing, because that's why the cat trains never had the V plows on the front or the blades, because they traveled on top of the snow. The Linn has to have a V plow to make a road that has to be cut right down. All right, let's go in the house, enjoy some beverage. And to the enthusiasts that say that I'm, how would you say, know nothing of a Linn tractor, well, guess what? You can go screw yourself. I've got 30 years with them, and I'm the only guy that's taking them to the wilderness. So when you can put 1,400 kilometers on in 1 month, back in the day hauling sleighs to a lodge, well, you give me a call. We'll have a chat.
Saturday morning in WHO-ville, it's after 10 a.m. and as you can see, it's snowing out here. Kind of looks like a light rain and snow mixed together. Now let's head inside, let the dogs out and make breakfast. Then at 11 a.m. I'll get the skidoo out and head up and do some shopping, then go over to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. Almost 11 a.m. and I just got the skidoo and toboggan out. Now let's head inside, let the dogs back in and go up and do some shopping, then head over to the kingdom. Almost 11:30 and I just finished shopping for the 2 bags. It was $118, but I was able to get some stuff on sale. There's pierogies and a few other things in here as well. Now let's head over to the kingdom and drop it all off. 11:30 and I made to the kingdom and dropped off the groceries. Looks like my dad has the big ladder out, so I think we have to go down the south trail and cut the top of one of the trees off that is hanging onto the trail before we bring the cabooses down, or else they'll damage it. So let's head on over. Made it down the south trail, and as you can see, this tree branch is hanging over pretty low even for the cats to go by, so my dad's gonna climb up and just cut it off on the tree there. We're not taking the whole tree down, just this one branch. Got the branch cut off, no problem. If we had a chainsaw, it would take longer to start the chainsaw than it would be to cut the little branch off. My dad's just cleaning up the area a bit, so that way the next tree that tilts over won't block the trail. Almost 12 p.m. now. We'll load everything back up. This firewood will go down to the shop and it should burn nicely, and then I can grab my bag and head on into WHO-ville and make lunch. Made it back over to the shop, no problem. My dad got to be the strap and hold the trees down, plus the ladder. Now we'll put everything onto the table and put the ladder away. 12 p.m. and I'm done in the kingdom until after lunch, so I'll grab my dog treats and head on back into WHO-ville and do the weather. Then at 1 p.m. I'll return and see what we're going to do this afternoon. Just after 12 p.m. and I made home from the kingdom and put the toboggan away. Now I'll head inside, let the dogs out and make lunch. Almost 1 p.m. and I'm just finishing up lunch. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's -3 degrees Celsius, which is 26 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. It is an extra nice day out there today, and it is still snowing. So let's head inside, let the dogs back in, and head over to the kingdom. Just after 1 p.m. and I made to the kingdom. Now I'll head down to the shop and see what my dad's up to. Pretty sure we're going to get Aggie and Bismarck started. Bismarck is sitting right over there at the V-plow, and I think we're going to do some snow around the kingdom and a few other things. Of course, Ash left his treat unattended, so the whiskey jacks are trying to eat it, and Ash was getting mad. Now let's head down to the shop. Down at the shop now, and it looks like my dad got Aggie started. He just went to go get Bismarck going as well, then we'll let them warm up. Once he moves the cat out of this spot, he can pull the snow back, that way he has a nicer parking spot. I'm going to head in behind the house to the long trailer and fill up the tubs. 1:30 and I just got all 4 of the tubs filled, and I'll drag them back around to the shop in the host shack, and it sounds like my dad is ready to start plowing some snow and doing a few things around the kingdom. Just got the tubs into the shop in the host shack. Looks like my dad already got Aggie out, so I'll go around and see if I can find him. 2 p.m. we just got hooked up to the salvage sleigh. My dad's just putting the top back on the cable. As you can see, the cable runs from Bismarck all the way around and up and over the loop. We are going to test it out, that way if there is a real emergency, we are ready. Now my dad is on Aggie and he's going to push this debris pile right here. This is all from the north trail that we got off of it when we were cleaning up all the trails this summer. We didn't have time to push it off the edge in the summertime, so it's a perfect time to do it now, and we can get the snow done as well. Not sure if you noticed, but the track on this side of Aggie is binding up because of all the snow that's in it. Not sure if you've seen that. I turn around for 1 second to look at the squirrel, and as you can see, my dad kinda went off the ramp. The ramp's actually over here. I'm not sure what he was doing, but the squirrel I was looking at's in the tree right beside me right here. Not sure if you can see him watching us, but he seems like he's laughing at my dad as well. You can hear the squeaking in the background. Now we'll hook on to it and hopefully pull it back up without any problems. There's some big rocks down there too, so hopefully it's not hooked on a rock. My dad just went to go bring Bismarck back over with the salvage sloop. I'm gonna put the pin in on here on the hitch. We do have the tail, but we are at such an angle that we should be able to just pull it out from here. The tail is mostly for when it's underwater or when you're pretty high up compared to it, and then you can pull it back out. Now I'll get a video of my dad backing into place. We were able to get Aggie out, no problem. That is quite a steep drop right there. Not sure why my dad went over the edge, but luckily we have the salvage sloop. Now we can unhook everything and hopefully Aggie will start. (2:30) and we were able to get the salvage sloop parked. My dad just went to park Bismarck, then you'll come back over and help me lift up the hitch so it's out of the snow. Then we will go over and get Aggie started. Hopefully it runs. Now we'll see if Aggie will start. My dad has to start it on gas, then switch over to diesel. Hopefully it starts up no problem, but it was at a pretty steep angle. Now my dad will go park Aggie and then we can go over by the shop and get some rail ties and cut up some firewood. Almost 3 p.m. Now we'll quickly cut up some firewood. We already got a bunch of trees cut up. These are the ones that we cut down this morning off the south trail. Now we'll see if we can tackle this big tree. Just after 3 p.m. we cut up a bunch of firewood, finally starting to cut the trees on this wagon. I'm officially done in the kingdom, so I'll grab my dog treats and head on back into WHO-ville and do the weather at 5 p.m.
Okay, the best way to explain a salvage sloop and what it's used for up here in the boreal forest. Well, those guys over in that other country halfway around the world have the boreal forest too, and they have muskeg and everything like that. So we'll insert the video of me doing a voiceover on the video showing what a salvage sloop actually does. And recovering a cat, we've done it lots, but this is the first time we've had some quality piece of an instrument or whatever, quality tools, because we're bettering ourselves the older we get. So here's the video. I hope you enjoy. Okay, the best way to explain the salvage sloop, here's our fellows over across the world there. We can't say the name, but they love their Russian, they love their vodka. All right, so here they are. They got a cat sunk, so they got all these cats in the line. You can see none of them have winches. So what they're doing is they put trees down because the ice isn't thick enough to support the weight. And we should be getting over here. Come on, a little bit more, and we should be going. It's a boring video. It's at 26 minutes is when the excitement starts. I don't know, a lot of this video is them prepping and getting ready and organized, and it is cold. So they have 4 cats that are going to do the pull, but they have a teeter-totter. Yes, a teeter-totter. All right, let's see if we can get this thing here going. There's the teeter-totter because they don't have a winch. So down goes the teeter-totter, up comes the cat. Yes, all right, up it goes. See how that's working? That's what our salvage sloop does. That's how we salvage cats when we sink them. All right, so now they're going to do the pull. Watch how this is sinking down, but it's holding it up on the ice. The ice is heaving down, and they're going to get it out. Yes, it's amazing what they can do. They don't have a winch, but they have power and men and more men and vodka. Yes, you can't forget the vodka. So there's their teeter-totter doing it. All right. Look at that. It's just a lever. So that's what we're doing. We have a winch on the cat, but we've salvaged lots of these cats like this. The famous black cat, we've sunk it 18 times, and we've dragged it out like that. So that's how we do it. So this is how they do it over there when they have cats with no winches, and this is how they get it done. So that's kind of a neat engineering feat, having a teeter-totter, yes, instead of a winch. All right, I'll include a link at the end screen. No, a link in the description so you can watch this video and learn, because that's what we are, the learning channel.
5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's -2 degrees Celsius, which is 28 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. It was a pretty nice day out there. I was sweating in my winter gear. Now let's head inside, let the dogs out, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, I think this is the darkest day of the year. It's 4:30. We're out here doing a chatter end of day, and it's dark. It's been dark all day. It's unreal, but the video turned out. We wanted the salvage sloop, how would you say, doing a test run because we were concerned about the cable through the pulley system because I was drunk. I mean, I was engineering it as we went along and welded it up, but we can't have the cable getting pinched or anything. So, all right, so let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, make a video. And we'll see what we got here. Look at the flags. They're kind of tangled up and everything. It seems so different with no cabooses parked here. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, make a video, and we'll talk to you later.